Is that D in the background? Hey D, how's it going? Doing well. I'm doing well.
You're muted. The one, the only Kid Vicious.
It was good. It was great. It's your boy Phil.
I'll introduce our special guest, since I'm the guest coordinator. What- Whatever. But anyways, without further what?
Oh,
Well, you just threw off the whole thing, Phil. Okay, let's go. Without further whatever the rest of that thing goes. Without further ado, thank you, my lovely assistant. We have former gamer and my cousin's favorite person to work out with at the gym, Marsha.
I was like, all right, well, thanks for having me on the show. If you want to go by my gamer tag, I guess retired gamer tag, it's do you want more? So whichever works best for you all. I mean, I loved it. It was very dramatic. I expect nothing.
It's evening. Thank you.
Like, yeah, no problem.
Start us off. I always do. And I'm
Is this
going with candy corn because I know barbecue's gonna go with sweet tarts. There you go.
I wasn't really sure if this was weird because you said candy corn, and then I was expecting something, almost equally as bad. But you said sweet tarts. I was like, sweet tarts? Candy corn isn't even candy. That's that's candy for terrorists. It's, it really is not edible.
Oh, wow.
I would only eat, I may eat it if someone had a gun like to my head. That's the only way I would consider eating candy corn.
I'm definitely going.
Oh God. Oh, It's like, it's because it's not good. I mean, I won't speak for everyone, to each their own, but I don't know. I just don't consider candy corn a candy.
Yeah, I'm definitely going with sweet tarts. Sweet tarts aren't bad, like they're good, but it's just not exciting. It's kind of like the last resort type candy. Or you leave it last in the pile and then you eat it. Yeah, sweet tarts is
You would eat
not like
candy
that.
corn over sweet tarts?
Nah, I said I'll take sweet tarts. Sweet tarts over
Love,
candy corn
love
for
candy
sure.
corn.
Oh, okay,
Candy
okay,
corn
okay.
all year round. I eat candy corn
Huh?
all year round.
Candy candy corn. Candy corn pumpkin things.
I don't even know.
Oh, yeah. Hmm. I'm not sure if I'm familiar. Does it does it taste like candy? Or
Yeah, I mean, I
oh,
guess. But I'm picking candy corn. I love candy corn. That's mine, bro.
then I'm gonna count it as terrorist candy. So
Oh, wow.
I'm just saying if we're gonna be honest here, I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. It's candy for terrorists. If I saw someone eating those, I would call 911. That's all I'm saying.
Barbecue, would you just pick sweet tarts already? Gosh, bro, why you drag it out? Just pick a sweet tart. Like, I don't
Just
give
to spite
a
you.
fuck. Just pick.
Oh,
I don't even know,
wait.
bro. Somebody else eating that. I'm eating.
Hmm. All right, all right, I guess I'm up next. If I were to pick one, uh, it's like I don't I don't eat candy anymore, but based, off of, in the past when I used to eat candy, I would have to go with Skittles. I'm more of a sweet and sour kind of guy. Chocolate is okay.
Of course, I gotta go before Phil. You know, Phil's been my enemy for the last couple of weeks, so I'm gonna go before Phil. All right. I mean, it's weird because Skittles, I'll eat Skittles. Skittles, I can eat like I gotta eat Skittles. I have to eat Skittles during the day. Like if I'm going out somewhere, I'm eating Skittles during the day. But if I'm watching a movie at like nighttime, I'm eating M&Ms. But I like more Skittle flavors than I like M&Ms. So I'm gonna go with Skittles.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to agree with Skittles as well. I like M&Ms. M&Ms are good, but Skittles are just they're just better. I mean, if you ask me which one would I rather have, I'm taking Skittles. Is like I said, as I'm getting older, I'm starting to become more of a candy than chocolate person. Even though I still like chocolate, but I definitely prefer Skittles over it.
No, no barbecue. I tried that when I tried that when I went to the movies, bro. I almost threw up. Why didn't you tell, why didn't you tell me not to add butter, bro? I added butter and everything, bro. I always put butter in my popcorn. I was like, oh my god, this butter, the butter and the chocolate and the M&Ms together with the popcorn was horrible. I should have just did plain popcorn, and it would just, I felt like it would have tasted better. But when I put the butter on there, oh my god, I almost threw up.
That's that's a very interesting combination, popcorn and Skittles. I guess. Oh, I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Even M&Ms. I don't. No, I can't. Really? Hmm.
I mean, if you're putting
I don't know. I can't. I
yeah,
can't see
uh,
it. But then again, I don't know. I don't. I
yeah,
don't really eat all of these things anymore. So these are just me going off of my past experiences.
yeah, I could definitely eat them like side by side together type thing. But if we're talking about like mixing the M&Ms with my popcorn, then nah, I at least haven't tried that.
Uh,
Nah.
Yeah.
well, I don't. I don't know because I know they have like different popcorn flavors. How what is it? I guess like you have like caramel popcorn and things of that nature. So I mean, I could see it. Maybe like chocolate covered popcorn. Omitting the butter. Wow.
I mean, there's one a place like that down here called the Mad Hatter. Yeah,
Mad
it's the
Hatter.
same thing you just said, barbecue. Yeah, yeah, the same thing.
Oh, okay, okay. But yeah, I can see that going well together. Like popcorn and chocolate, and then it's like salt will bring out more of the flavor of the chocolate. Or again, we're just omitting the butter. That just doesn't belong in there. Uh, yeah, that's like I can see that working. Man, okay.
Kid Vicious will go first on this one. All right, Sour Patch Kids versus gummy worms. This is a tough one because the trolley gummy worms are like the best gummy worms I ever had, and then the public one would be like second to me. The Publix has their own brand of them. But I'm gonna have to go with Sour Patch Kids because like they're pretty good. They got the watermelon ones and stuff. Yeah, so I'm going with Sour Patch Kids.
Let's see. I'm so I'm a fan of sour candy. I really love sour candy. Um, so I'm definitely gonna have to go with Sour Patch Kids. But if you would have said like the Haribo gummy bears, oh, I don't know, that would have been really close.
Yeah, for me, my answer it really depends on like what we're talking about. So if we're saying like the Trolleys uh brand of gummy worms, then I would go with Sour Patch Kids. But if we're talking about just regular gummy worms, gummy bears, then I'm definitely taking those all day. Okay. Yeah, I'm taking gummy worms.
Oh goodness.
Um,
I'm not gonna go first because this is the hard one. This is the really only
okay.
chocolate I eat, so this is the hard one.
Yeah, I'll go first on this one then, because I'm going Reese's easily for me. Reese's is my favorite chocolate. Snickers is really good. It's just that I'm not a big like nuts guy, so like peanuts, walnuts, anything like that. I'm not the biggest fan of. So it annoys me with Snickers. So I'm definitely going Reese's.
Okay, I'll go next. I'm gonna go. Can I pick both or no? Okay, barbecue, calm down. Anyways, I'm gonna pick. I'm pick, I'm gonna have to go with. Wait, hold up, Phil. You said you don't like peanut. You don't like nuts and stuff. Reese's have peanuts in it.
No, no, it doesn't. Yeah, it's peanut butter.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna. I'm gonna go with. I'm not gonna agree with Phil today. I'm gonna go with Snickers. I'm gonna go with Snickers. I like Snickers better.
Wrong choice, man.
All right, for me, I'm gonna go with Reese's, hands down. Like before I stopped eating candy, Reese's was most likely the last candy that I would really eat. Um, I feel like chocolate is okay. Like, I'm not too much of a fan of chocolate, but I do like the combination of peanut butter and chocolate, and I feel like Reese's does it. Reese's gets it right every time. Snickers isn't bad though. Snickers is good, but it can't compare to Reese's.
Barbecue, barbecue, you better not pick the same thing as me. Barbecue, you better not pick the same thing. You better pick Reese's. You better pick Reese's. He's gonna pick Snickers just to, and he's gonna do the same thing he did with the first thing. Like, I don't understand this man, bro. He looks like he just wants to mess with me.
He looks like he's here to cause.
Oh my god, bro. Now he's gonna pick
I
the
feel
same
like
thing
you
as
just
me.
said that to spark some kind of controversy here.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
He did.
I felt it.
I
It's
felt
like
it
in his soul,
very.
he knows it's not
I
true. He just
felt
wants
it
he just
too.
wants to start something.
Thank God. Skittles.
Are we all gonna vote on Skittles? Is this a wipeout? We all gonna vote Skittles?
Um,
For me, it
I'm
is.
I may vote sweet tarts. I don't know.
Sweet.
I'm trying to
That's
remember
what,
the last time
every
I had
time I
sweet tarts.
every
Because
time I
I
think of
like candy
sweet
that's
tarts,
yeah, go ahead. What were you saying?
now every time I think of sweet tarts, I just think of like my first grade teachers handing it out when we got like our days of the week right or something.
Oh wow. So it's bringing up like emotional trauma for you. That's what it sounds like. Um, I, I just I really am leaning more towards sweet tarts because I like candy that's more so on the sour side. That's really what, or that's what used to kind of get me off when it came to eating candy. It was like I love that tart taste. And I just feel like sweet tarts have more of that than Skittles. Well, where Skittles is just
Have
more
you ever
so.
tried? Have you ever tried the sour Skittles before?
Oh yeah, you know what? You're right. There are sour Skittles. That's true.
You know,
Well, I
that
feel like
like.
if you incorporate all the Skittles, then yeah, Sweet Tarts doesn't stand a chance.
Oh, if we're doing
But
original, I'm still going with Skittles. We can do plain Skittles. I'm still picking Skittles.
well, I feel like that makes it a little bit interesting because if you incorporate all the Skittles, it's just going to be unanimous. It's just going to be, hey, Skittles, move on, like move on. Like next
Skittles,
topic.
like Bill said, it's an emotional thing, man. I grew up eating Skittles and playing the game, playing Mortal Kombat with my cousin. So not Miss Dean, not my favorite cousin, my other cousin. Yeah, I grew up
Okay, I
with.
think that was a good way to redeem yourself. I was like, oh, you just making her seem like she's a side character or something. Hold on now. That's
No,
that's my
no,
that is
she's
my
definitely she's
cycling buddy.
definitely she's definitely in my phone as number one cousin. And if I didn't fix it, she would have opened that door would have just swung open from her room door, and she would have walked out here and said, "Is that what we're doing? Okay, see, it just opened."
I know. I was
see, she's right here. It just opened. Who said I'm going to embarrass myself like that again? Let's focus on what we were talking about. But yeah, like for me, like my cousin Rikus, me and him used to eat Skittles and play Mortal Kombat. That's how I first got introduced to Mortal Kombat. Well, yeah. So it's gonna always be Skittles. If we're doing the original, it's just gonna be that. I'm gonna go with Skittles.
it's tied to a good memory. And Skittles is a good candy, at least from, what I remember. I don't know what it tastes like now, but I'm going to assume that it's still good. Oh, I think yeah, I feel like
Yeah, big circle.
it's like that's doing sweet tarts a huge disservice to compare it to. That bottle cap candy. I don't even remember the name of it, but I remember it. It
No, that's
wasn't Was it pellets of chalk? Oh, no. Not chalk. I'm like, "Oh, okay, okay." Oh, oh, man.
Oh goodness. I don't know.
Oh,
But
no.
what? See, I can eat Reese's anytime. No, well, I can't eat them. They have to be cold and it coming out of the refrigerator, and I can't eat them like that. Sour Patch Kids, no.
Oh.
Oh yes, I definitely didn't. I don't like caramel. I don't like caramel. But I have to go with I'm gonna have to go with Reese's on this because Sour Patch Kids. The only time I really eat Sour Patch Kids is at Halloween time. But Reese's, I always can go for some Reese's. So I'm gonna go with Reese's.
Yeah, this one's definitely probably one of the most difficult ones because they're both great to me. It just really depends on like the mood that you're in. I actually really like what KB said, where Sour Patch Kids, I may eat them like once or twice other than Halloween, but pretty much Halloween is where I'm eating them. Reese's, I'm eating those throughout the year, and like I said, that's my favorite chocolate. Other than Sour Patch Kids, it's a cool candy. So I'm definitely going with Reese's.
What did I do? See?
slander. Y'all ain't no Sour Patch Kids. I just be my movie candy. Everybody with cheese don't have Sour Patch Kids. Kids, have you ever had kids? Never seen you have some. I used to always eat it when I was when I was younger. I always had Sour Patch Kids.
Oh. Did you hear what Martin Luther said about?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
Really?
Of course you would eat that barbecue. That is disgusting. This is the same guy. This is the same guy who puts mustard on his PB and J sandwiches. Like, come on.
Wait, wait, wait.
No.
What? I am oh, I think, that just sounds horrifying. I am I'm terrified just to think of that. So I'm hoping that you are no longer friends with this person because this person clearly does not care about your well-being.
I mean,
Wow,
you
that
can't knock it till you try it.
now that's a real Halloween story right there. I am oh god. Oh god. No. I am officially
That
spooked.
is that is not even that bad. He has the worst ones he's done.
Why? No, at that point you're playing with your food. Oh god, god. There are some things no, no. That is reserved for babies, not children, but babies. I was like, when you grow up, you respect your food. That is that is disrespectful. No, no. Well, I mean, it sounds like you might as well try it because 'cause you're trying everything else. How did you eat I guess that's a story for another time. Oh,
I've been
okay,
trying.
yeah, I don't know what to I wasn't sure how to react to that because that sounds terrifying too. There's some pretty good Halloween stories. Yeah, and let me see.
Oh my god, what is that? Barbecue, what is that? Okay, that's normal.
That's not bad. I mean, at least they go together, you know, a dog with mustard and ketchup on top, and then, you'll have, like, your side of chips, whatever you want it if you want your chips to be. Okay, but if I was to choose, I would have to go with Sour Patch. Um, I love Reese's, but, I don't know, I have to be, like, in the mood to eat chocolate, whereas with sour candy, I could pretty much eat that at any point in time. Uh, when I was in college, every time I made a Walmart run, I would I would get, like, this huge bag of Sour Patch. Yeah, it was so huge, I would get it every time. So, yeah, thankfully, I did stop eating that way because yeah, I did not eat the best, when I was in college. So, that's one thing I'm glad I grew out of.
Now this is hard because I can eat Skittles all year round as well. So
So are we just including, like, the normal Skittles? Or well, I guess it would be, like, the normal Skittles going forward for all of them, right? Okay.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Reese's on this one. Yeah. I don't know. Now I want some Reese's. Phil, Phil done got. Now I'm agreeing with Phil. Now I want some Reese's, man. But yeah, I'm gonna go.
Um, so I'm gonna have to disagree on this, and not to be an a-hole or anything. Just honestly, I'm gonna pick Skittles just because you kind of mentioned it earlier, KB. The one thing about Reese's, you have to get it a certain way. Like you can eat it when it's warmer, I guess, or whatever. But to have it the right way, at least in my opinion, it needs to be refrigerated and cool to have it at its best. So I'm thinking if I make like a Walmart run or run to Dollar General, the Reese's is not gonna be at its best if I get it. Where with Skittles, Skittles is Skittles regardless, unless it's just melted. So I'm gonna have to take Skittles on this
Well, I
I
feel
mean
like I mean, I freeze all. I put almond chocolate in the refrigerator or the freezer because I don't like melted chocolate. So yeah.
I don't think anyone would well, yeah, I don't
No,
I would hope anyone would really like melted chocolate.
I
Um,
have friends that like melted chocolate. Yeah.
oh, well, I mean, I don't know because I feel like it just depends on what you're doing with the chocolate. But I feel like if we're specifically talking about candy, I don't want it to be melted. And typically, when you eat candy, it's not just chocolate. It's chocolate and something else is incorporated with the chocolate. So if the chocolate is melted and then it's melted with everything else in there, I feel like that would just mess it up. Personally, I don't know. Maybe some people like that. get all messy. Yeah, you know what? I'm the exact same way. I don't like to get messy when I eat. Yeah, it is kind of a I feel like it is kind of a not even necessarily a process, but it's just something you have to get used to, just like keeping your hand messy because it doesn't make sense to like clean it off and then continue eating, get your hands messy again, clean it off. That's too much. But yeah, it's like when it comes to certain foods, I have to eat it a certain way. If I have to get like if I have to get messy to eat something, then you know, I I typically avoid it. Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
was
yeah, I would.
both of us. Um, yeah, I don't know. Well, I guess there are a lot of y'all adding a lot of conditions in now. We talk about the state of the candy, or like I guess like how much you get with the candy, the cost. I'm like, okay, well, I wasn't really taking all of this into consideration. But um, I think despite it all, I would still have to go with Reese's. Like Reese's is like my all-time like favorite chocolate. I love peanut butter. Chocolate is okay, but like I said, Reese's just does it really well. Like the combination of peanut butter and chocolate, it just tastes really good. Um, and since Skittles isn't really considered like it was not like a sour candy for me. It's just sweetness. In that case, I would choose the Reese's over the Skittles.
I like that.
I'm not going first, but I want to like when you say spin-off or movie, do you mean like a movie that was inspired by the spin-off or like the second, like movie number one, then they make a second one? Okay, okay, I get what you. Okay, all right, okay, okay, all right. Yeah, I guess I'll start off with a TV show. For me, I said this last week, so Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, and then its spinoff, Sweet Life on Deck. So for me, that's the best spinoff because it was. I don't know how far apart they were created. I was gonna say the iCarly spinoff, but I don't know. I mean, it's good for the generation we're in now, but I wouldn't say it's a good spinoff. So I'm gonna have to go with the Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. as best spinoff, and then for a movie, um, this is kind of hard because now I'm gonna have to go to kids movie. I don't have to do both good because I don't know. Because I mostly watch mobster movies, so I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll go. So for me, I'm gonna take it back a little bit. I'm gonna go TV show, and I'm going to go with a different world spinoff of the Cosby Show. Um, if you know the Cosby Show, it was a show that Bill Cosby showed. Let's leave what he did, you know, away. Like the show itself, a great show. I think it came on late '80s, through the '90s. Basically, if you don't know what it is, it's basically about a a I can describe it. Just a comedy about a black family, and I forgot where they live at, but the spinoff, A Different World, it started off season one with Denise, I believe, of the Cosby Show. She went to college, and it was supposed to be following her life along. And then after that season one, she left, and it just became a show on its own. It's really cool. It's basically it's life, going through college life, the struggles of it, the fun of it, and yeah. So I'm gonna go with that.
Um, I guess I'm gonna be taking it back too. Uh, it's been a minute since I've watched, I guess, like a TV show, let alone a movie. And I feel like the things that I do remember, they're, I don't know, few and far between. But if I was to choose something off of the top of my head for like a good spin-off show, I would have to choose Angel. I don't know if anyone remembers Angel, um, but it was like, the spin-off of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. But it's like, yeah, it's actually really good. Not to mention they both have really good openers. It's like I feel like that's kind of like, the qualification of a good show. Like you have to have a good opener. Kind of like, Game of Thrones. It's like it's one
Yeah,
of the
Game of Thrones was pretty
the
good.
openers you don't skip. It's like I know I've seen it 1,000 times, but it's just so epic. Like
Oh
I
shoot!
can't
Now
skip
that you said that, now I gotta change my answer. Um,
it.
I'm gonna I gotta barbecue. Barbecue. Don't be like this. This is not a contest. Barbecue. Fuck you, barbecue. I'm going with what I was gonna say. Game of Thrones and House of Dragons. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Yep, I got it off. Barbecue. They heard me. You're Jack in the Box?
Well, I think you said it started in California. I, I think you might be talking about In and Out.
I agree, In-N-Out is overrated. Yeah, I would count it.
I count fast food as anything with a drive-through. If it doesn't have a drive-through, I don't consider it fast food. That's me.
Okay, I know I'm gonna get flack for my number one because I always do. I don't know why. But my number one is Burger King. So I knew it. I knew it. Burger King, uh, Krispy Kremes because it does have a drive-through feel. Uh, and then
Krispy Kreme.
number three is Chick-fil-A because Chick-fil-A at this point, I'm so over Chick-fil-A at this point, but I still like Chick-fil-A. I'm so over Chick-fil-A at this point. It's not even my go-to fast food restaurant anymore. Burger King is, cause like for me, I like to go to where they have the burgers that are big. The ones that put the chemicals in, cause that's why they're so big. But yeah, but we're just gonna go right past that. But yeah, that's why Burger King is my favorite because it has this big burger. It's called the Bacon King, and it's huge. It's literally the size of my hands, like that, but in burger form. But they made it smaller recently, which I was so mad about. But Burger King's still number one. So Burger King, Krispy Kreme with the hot sign on, and Chick-fil-A. I love Burger King. Burger King is my favorite. You need to get onion ring sauce? Thank you. Okay, barbecue. Okay, barbecue. We didn't clear shit on your food. Okay, barbecue. We get it, barbecue. Okay, barbecue, we get it. God damn. Okay, barbecue. Barbecue. Somebody pull out a timer for barbecue and put it on the screen so he'll hurry up like he did for me last week. Thank you, Phil. Oh my God. Somebody sounds like they're salty because they probably got fired. He sounds like an upset employee. Like, you just said they were good. You said the French toast. You just said the French toast, the onion rings were good at one point. Yeah. Oh my God, barbecue, just wrap it up.
They're awesome. Oh, it's been a minute since I've heard that word. That's funny.
I mean, you literally named Waffle House. Waffle House doesn't have good hygiene in its restaurant. Bro, you're not from the city. You don't live in the city. They don't fight at the Waffle Houses you go to. They don't fight at the Waffle Houses you go to. Because I know. Barbecue, barbecue, barbecue. Come on now. Barbecue. So they had a fight at the Waffle House you go to. So they had a fight at you said they did. Were you there? At some see, you don't even know for sure. That's how I know you never know. No, I'm saying you saying the inside of Burger King looks bad. Burger
Hey, the
King is
Burger King really
cleaner
sparks
than
in here.
Burger King is cleaner than Waffle House. Get out of here. And the ordering system, the ordering system, all you gotta do is say, I want the number one, I want the number two, just like you do at any other restaurant.
Oh.
You see what I have to deal with here
Why are you doing?
in front of our guests? He probably has me for all no, nothing. Just because I said Burger King was my favorite. Why are you judging me? Why are you judging me? I didn't judge you on the ones you picked. Like, come on. Bro, that's the I don't do it in front of people, not in front of our guests. Phil is different. He's another host. He's different. That's my boy Phil, bro. He's the voice of reason. Like, yeah. He's the type of guy you can go to and talk about stuff to, and he'll give you some good advice.
I mean, if it makes you guys feel better, I'm definitely judging, but it's okay. I'm not saying anything though.
Care if you judge. I don't care about barbecue because it's every day. No, 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 bro. Marshawn, I will literally be at work doing my job. I happen to look at my phone. This guy is on there taking shots at me. Like, I don't even do anything and he takes shots at me. No, no, you literally said, I just like messing with you. It's fun for me. Goodness,
It
now
just
you got me
sounds
sweating. You got my hair sweating too, man. Goodness gracious.
it just sounds like
You
y'all
got,
are really
you got
close.
it's hot. I'm hot now, bro. I'm physically hot. My body temperature is hot, bro. Can I get some water? Because he's about to make me lose my voice. Goodness gracious. Bro, you can't get that serious, bro. Just let me pick Burger King and we
You said
can
it's
just
not that serious, but you said you named like 53 reasons why Burger King is terrible.
exactly, exactly.
Oh,
Even feels frustrated with this. Oh my god. Please somebody go next.
Um, yeah, I guess I'll go. Real quick, to be fair, I'm not a Burger King fan either, but I'm not gonna go on a rant about them. But say what you want, they got the best catchiest theme song. That BK Have It Your Way. I mean, it makes me almost want to go every time I hear it. But yeah, so my top three. Number three, I'm gonna have McDonald's. I know a lot of people won't like that, disagree with it, hate on it. Say what you want. I know a lot of people talk about McDonald's, but it's McDonald's. Every corner you take, every turn you take, it's a McDonald's. So somebody's buying it. I mean, whether how much you hate on it, somebody's buying it. And I mean, whether it's a last resort or whatever, McDonald's is just always reliable, comes up clutch. So McDonald's is my number three. My number two is Chick-fil-A. By far the best customer service you will ever get. Sometimes it annoys me because I know they're being so fake with the my pleasure and all that, but whatever. It's great customer service.
Your
I will
job is on the
say,
line for that.
I mean,
yeah, I
maybe
will
it is their
the
pleasure.
food.
Maybe you're just a really pleasurable person.
Yeah, I guess so. Their food I will say is a little bit overrated, but the only thing I would say is to die for is their chicken biscuits. Their biscuits are great. Chicken sandwich and stuff. I mean, it's good. And then number one, a lot of people gonna not like me for this either. I got Taco Bell. Affordable, good. I mean, anytime I'm coming from work and my parents are like, "Hey, go get you something," I'm like, "Okay, it's cool. I'm just gonna head to Taco Bell." $5 box. All right, really, it's not $5 no more. Everything's gone up, but still, $5-6 box. You get like three tacos and like shows and stuff. Food. Well, solid, great deal. It's my go-to every time. So that's my number one.
All right, so for this, I don't. It's like I don't eat fast food. Um, Typically, if the place has a carry out, I avoid it because usually those places taste like trash. Um, Chick-fil-A gets a pass though. Chick-fil-A is actually pretty good. It's like one of the best fast food places, if not the best fast food place. Um, and like I don't even eat meat anymore, so that's one of the reasons why I don't fast food anymore. Um, Chick-fil-A, Zaxby's. Um, Even though I feel like if you eat Zaxby's, you might as well eat Chick-fil-A. I would say they're pretty much the same. Um, a third one, I'm trying to think of places that I would have considered going to like, before I changed my lifestyle that has a drive-through. I really don't know. Uh, I don't know. I'm just gonna name this place because it doesn't have a drive-through. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. or maybe it depends on where you are. But I'm gonna say Five Guys. Yeah, it does cost $30 for a burger. It does. You do. It's like they put the burger in there and then it's like, it's like you're sitting there searching for the burger. You have to stick your hand through all the fries, but the fries are good too. Uh, um, it is. I mean, hey, at least you can order it. Like, you can order the food online and you can just go pick it up. But then again, I don't know. I guess that kind of defeats the purpose of it being fast. You just want to go there, get something fast. But still, it's great. That's oh, also, yeah, I feel like if you do eat McDonald's, Burger King, and Taco Bell, you might as well just be eating out of a trash can. I just wanted to personally say that
Wow.
because their food is complete.
Our whole
I don't know. It's it's not, and I mean, now, and I'll say this because, like, food has changed. Like, McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, the food was a lot better, back in the day. But now, I'm not sure what's going on. They're adding all these chemicals. I don't even think they're using real meat. I feel like at this point, it's just you can really taste like the difference or the changes over the years, and it's just gotten to a point where it was unbearable for me. And this is before I, changed my lifestyle and started to eat more healthy. So that's where I'm at.
Oh gosh, barbecue. You're gonna be mad at me, but I don't know if I know. Well, I'll say the only games I've played so far are Madden and 2K. I haven't played Mortal Kombat yet. But if I'm gonna have to pick between those two, I'm gonna have to go with I'm gonna go with
Don't
I'm sorry,
don't
I'm gonna
say
have to go
Madden.
I'm gonna have to
Don't
go
say
with 2K because Madden it's starting to get on my nerves. There,
Madden.
at least
I'm like,
2K
it's the
switches
same
like
game
career
every
mode.
year. They just improve the graphics, add a couple new characters.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 2K for that.
Uh,
this, Nick.
I think he's just reconnecting.
Barbecue. This is a side note. Are you drinking that crap they call liquid death? Who wants to drink something called liquid death? Oh my god. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Dude, that's different. That's water here. Like if
We're right back.
water, the worst water out there is Deer Park because it tastes like fish water. That's what it tastes like. I told my cousin I would rather drink the water with the chemicals in it that we're used to drinking.
That water does have chemicals in it. That's why it tastes like what I like to call fear. I call it Fear Park. That's exactly what that is.
But yeah, that was a side note on the Liquid Death. But yeah, my game is gonna be 2K. I think Phil was going next.
Yeah. So I don't even know what game I was gonna pick before this, and I know it's really early. It's only been out. It hasn't been a whole day yet. I just been playing it all day. Spider-Man 2. Oh my god. Of course, no spoilers, no nothing. But that game is amazing. Of course, I'm nowhere near done with it. I think I'm like 23% done so far. But that game is amazing. If I had to say why, of course, Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. I'm a superhero geek and nerd. I love superheroes. And the only thing I will say about the game is that what I love, it adds everything that I love so much about Spider-Man. Cause I've said it on the show plenty of times. Like to me, he's the most relatable superhero that we have because not saying that they don't, but a lot of other superheroes you don't really get to see, the true like their secret identity, who they really are. Like the mask is more of them than the real person. Where Spider Man is one of those people where, Peter Parker, he actually has a life outside of Spider Man. Miles Morales, he actually has a life outside of Spider Man, and it shows a lot of those struggles they had to go through. The I don't know. I like I said, I don't want to say anything, but that's definitely my top game of this year so far.
All right, so I really haven't been playing any games this year. Um, I think there's really only one game that I've been keeping up with, and maybe like two others. But this is this really is going to be a biased answer. I'm going to say Street Fighter 6. Um,
Oh my
I grew up
goodness,
on
we had a whole discussion about this.
exactly, but yeah, I grew up on Street Fighter. I've literally been playing Street Fighter since I was 2. I was still in diapers, picking up a Sega Genesis controller, playing Chun Li. Oh, notice someone dropped off. Oh, wait, are they still here? Oh no, can't tell. Oh, okay, okay. I was like, it looked like you disconnected. But yeah, after the previous iteration, the game they came out with 5, I did almost just call it quits. But 6 really did save the series. They did an amazing job with the game. Even though I'm not really playing it, I'm still watching gameplay of it and things like that. And I could say they really put their all into 6. That's probably why they just kind of gave up on 5 and or Street Fighter 5 and let it die. But yeah, that'll be my game of the year.
So quick question about the Street Fighter, because I've been wanting to get back into it, but I think I played like the beta or like the demo of it. Do you like create your own character first? Does it work like that?
Um, so it's like it does have like a character creation system, and I want to say that's specifically tied to campaign mode. But then they
Okay,
also have another mode where it's like with the avatar you can create, you can like level them up, get certain moves, things like that, and then you could fight other people's avatars. So they really made the character creation system more engaging, especially for a Street Fighter game.
okay,
Street Fighter isn't known for
yeah. Yeah, because I had tried to play it. It's just that the thing that drew me off, I'm used to, I haven't played Street Fighter in forever, but when I did play, I'm used to the main screen, choose, between Ryu, Ken, Chun Li, all the characters and like fight
right.
that way. So when I tried this one out and it had me creating the character and stuff, I'm like, it seemed cool, but it just wasn't
Uh,
really what I was expecting going into. So it was like hard for me to get into it because it wasn't what I was, I guess, ready for. So yeah, that's why I was just curious about it.
It's like, okay. But yeah, it's like, you still have, typical Street Fighter, and you could choose from, the characters that they have. If you do want to do campaign mode, then you would have to create a character and then you go through campaign and you meet all of the characters like Ryu, Chun-Li, like all of that.
Okay.
So yeah, I feel like you really should check it out. It's a really good game. I've kind of
Okay.
been keeping up with what's it Mortal Kombat as well. What's it MK1?
Now,
I really
now, Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat. I'm sorry. I'm sticking to my statement. I told you, Mortal Kombat is better. It's better.
It's okay.
I,
It's okay to be wrong.
I mean,
I just wanted to give it an honorable mention to let you know
what?
you're not completely
Mortal
crazy.
Kombat is like it's the best game ever. What other game can you see a man get his spine ripped out of his body? and literally, and they show that. Like Mortal Kombat is the most brutal, amazing fighting game of all time. Mortal Kombat is better than Street Fighters, but I'm still gonna play that
Okay,
Street Fighter
so
6.
the only reason I'm continuing to entertain your nonsense is because you're Dee's cousin. Um, Now my patience is wearing thin. So, like there's only so much lying that I can take, okay? I, I
Wow.
expect I expected better from Dee's cousin, okay?
Okay, okay. This is gonna be one of my moments. This is gonna
We're
be one of my
together.
moments. Barbecue, clip this. I've never played a Street Fighter game in my life. I've only ever seen the movie, so I don't know. So I don't know definitively which is better.
So
Oh,
how do you say what's better then? See, I mean, I can't respect stuff like that. Like, how you can't make an opinion on something or say something's better when you never even played it or tried it.
I've never played Street Fighter. I've watched the movies of Street Fighters. Does that count?
it's like,
No,
no, the movies are cringe. They are cringe. Although I get, they did the best that they could, with what they had, but it's
But
like
yeah,
the animated series, any movie, they're just not known
but
for the
Street Fighter is the
story
game
or
that
the
I've
plot.
seen. I've seen gameplay of Street Fighter, but I've never played Street Fighters. But I'm
So
sorry, Mortal Kombat is just better than me. I mean, especially Mortal Kombat when they had the DC characters in it. That was an amazing one too.
oh, they had the DC characters. What was that?
I don't even remember which
I'm
one.
thinking
Which
of
one?
wasn't that like Injustice or something, or is it literally just like Mortal Kombat with DC characters? I don't know.
Yeah,
It
it's Mortal
sounds.
Kombat with some DC characters. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
but I'm sorry. Like I'll play Street Fighter 6, and I will give an unbiased opinion when I play Mortal Kombat 1 versus Street Fighter 6. And I'll give an unbiased opinion, and tell you guys what I think.
It's like you'll have to see because they're two completely different games. They play very differently. I'll tell you that much. So it really just depends on like what you're used to when it comes to a fighting game. Because I feel like when it comes to Mortal Kombat, it's more stiff than Street Fighter. Where Street Fighter, I feel like it kind of flows a little bit better. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's kind of difficult to explain. Um, and like even like the motions, like when you do special moves, it's like the consistency for special moves for Street Fighter is the same throughout like all of their games. And I think it's probably the same for Mortal Kombat as well. But typically it's like with Street Fighter, either you're playing a charge character or you're playing like I guess like a quarter circle motion type character. That's pretty much it. Um, Mortal Kombat. Oh, I don't really know. See, Mortal Kombat is kind of weird because I feel like it's more so like left, right, down, right kind of motions. It's like they kind of deviate from like either charge or motion. It's like actual like inputs, left down, left, right, or something like that.
I think I just got destroyed again. Barbecue, don't you agree?
I mean, like I said, I think they're both good games. They're just different. So you have to look at them from like different perspectives. It all depends on what you prefer.
yeah, and that's just a nice way of saying that Street Fighter's better.
Phil, see, Phil, you just like to test me, man.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I'll have to look at some gameplay for that. You said Starlink? Starfield. My bad. Starfield. Okay. All right.
Okay, okay, so I need to go back and play it, bro, because it was slow to me, and I was like, I can't play this no more, and I just deleted. Hey, speaking of video games, are you guys gonna play the new NHL when it comes out? NHL. What? How do you like hockey and you don't play NHL, bro? The game is so fun. Bro, I love playing the NHL game. Yeah, and that's why we haven't played each other. I I I am not I am not conceding barbecue. I am standing my ground when it comes to that.
Yeah,
But yeah, bro, you gotta play NHL, bro. That game is so fun. You get to fight, like legit. I like the career mode. I like the career mode because you can choose whether you want to go play in Canada or go like get drafted into the NHL or continue playing with my team. I mean, if you have Game Pass, it's free. You don't have to pay for it, and you have Game Pass, so it's free. But yeah, bro. All right, what's the next topic? The newer one is good for this time period for for this generation. That's what I'll say. Just like I said about iCarly, the new iCarly, it's good for this generation.
I
But
hate the new one. I hate it's too much drama. Every everything just that you can imagine goes wrong. It's just too much drama. Like I don't need all that in my life.
More drama. They just wanted to give you a reason to get the service. Like, if you really want to watch this, you'll get people.
I mean, I- the only problem I don't like about the new one is that they made Jazz intelligent and they made Carlton an athlete. That's what I didn't like. Of course, it wasn't gonna have Will Smith in it. Well, they already got.
I know.
I mean, look at You could do a cameo, I guess, because the second Aunt Viv did a cameo in the show, and the first one, and the first. Bro, when we finally come out with T-shirts and stuff, we gotta put that on Phil's. Not for me. It's not for me. Like that is iconic. But yeah, so who's going first on the favorite characters?
I'll go first, I guess, on this. Before I start though, I do want to say, of course, I know Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Of course, I've watched and have seen plenty of episodes, but I'm not gonna act like that I'm a fan of the show or that I watch the show often or that I have much knowledge of the show before I go. But of course, I'm gonna go with Uncle Phil as my favorite character. Yes, we have the same name. That's a big reason why. Also because Uncle Phil is iconic. He's just iconic. That dude when you need advice and tough love and I mean I don't really know what else to say. I mean Uncle Phil is just Uncle Phil, man. Um, Also shout out to J. Cole for making the name even more iconic. But yeah, Uncle Phil's my favorite character without a doubt.
For me, my favorite character is, for me, this character represents like, no, I feel like, all right, my favorite character is Carlton, but like, I feel like Will Smith's character, Will and Carlton, I feel like I have some of their traits that remind me of me. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's gonna be Carlton because that man's hilarious, especially when he throws on his favorite song. That song is like iconic for that show. And then, I mean, I can understand like Uncle Phil was a good advice, but like Uncle Phil, my real life Uncle Phil probably would have to be Coach Bell, bro, because like he was goofy or whatever, but he always sat down and gave you advice and said, "Come here, young man, let me talk to you," and come here and talk to you and stuff. Like that was my real life Uncle Phil right there. So yeah, Coach Bell would be my Uncle Phil in real life, but yeah, like I wouldn't say Uncle Phil for the show, because Uncle Phil, man, Uncle Phil did not let them do what they wanted to. Every time they did something, he would literally trip, man, every time. But yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna have to go with Carlton because Carlton's hilarious, man, especially those dance moves. And then Carlton on one episode, he got with that older lady, I don't know if y'all seen on my Instagram. I have said, KV likes them cougars, bro. So yeah, bro, he got a cougar one episode, bro. So yeah. That's why Carlton's one of my favorite characters. So yeah. I already know who Chris is gonna pick.
Let me see here. So ooh, I'm not too sure. No, 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 no. Okay, so if I had to pick a favorite character, I would pick Carlton too. Uh, yeah, I love his iconic dance, but I really like. I feel like I can resonate with Carlton. It's like he's kind of like the awkward one out of the bunch, but it's like that doesn't really phase him. He's still himself. He embraces it. He's like, yeah, I'm different. It is what it is. So yeah, I love Carlton because of that. Um, Now I will give an honorable mention to Hillary. I feel like I do embody like a little bit of Hillary in me. Which one? Are you talking about like from the original?
The I mean, the new one's Coco Jones is a baddie. Sorry,
Yeah,
bro. She's a baddie, bro.
see now
And
I
they
don't
made
even know what it is
Hillary
I really.
intelligent in the new one.
Yeah, for me it would be the original just because it's like, 'Cause she had this air about her where she felt like she knew when she was too good for something. She was the epitome of bougie. She's 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 everything that I strive to be, and, like, I need to raise my bouginess level. She tells me that there's still work to be done.
Oh, Miss. Oh, my lovely assistant wanted me to mention that her favorite character was Jeffrey.
Oh, Jeffrey's good too. Okay, I feel like kinda feel like all the characters are pretty good, but I digress.
I know what you're gonna say. I just know. I know you're not gonna say Will Smith. I know who you're gonna say. Just say it. I know. I know who it is. I can't say it. It's your favorite character.
Mhm.
Know it. I freaking know. Please don't do this. Oh my God. Barbecue, what are you about to do, barbecue? Ah, oh my God.
Uh, well, it's okay. You you
No,
get the name for
barbecue.
effort.
Please don't.
But, I mean, that's that's all the more reason to like Carlton. I mean, you really don't need any other reason, just that dance is enough. Like I said, he's unapologetically
Look at this
himself.
guy. You gotta snap the fingers too, you know, snap. And then he does the jazz hands at the end of it, you know, the jazz hands. Now I'm about to go watch Fresh Prince of Bel Air when I get home.
That's true.
He-
You
Will
can't
Will had the Will was like he was the charming one. I felt like he, he had the best emotional episodes. Like he had some very emotional episodes. Yeah. Like he had some very emotional episodes, especially the one with his dad. That one was like wow. I was like, yeah. No, I cut it off the first time I ever watched it, bro, because it hit too close to home. But yeah, so I had to cut it off the first time. I was like, oh, okay. And then like my number two would probably be Jazz, bro. Jazz is literally me when it comes to females, bro. When it comes to girl, that is literally me, bro. Trying my hardest to get the girl's attention, and she's like, no, I don't want to talk to you. That is literally me from high
oh,
school.
I thought you meant you could relate to him because, you could relate to getting thrown out the house, like D just grabbing you, tossing you out the house.
Wow. No, I can relate to that. Hold on, because barbecue kicks me out almost every episode, so I can relate to that. And bro, you can
Okay, okay.
like Will and Jad had the best iconic handshake of all time on that show as well, bro. That handshake was amazing, bro. Like,
Yeah, they had that down pat.
yeah, but the new one, I feel like the new one it has to grow on you. It's not the same, but you just gotta. Hillary Smart, she has a YouTube channel. Like, yeah, it's I mean, sounds he even sounds like Will to me, to be honest. The guy who playing Will Ferrell, yeah, like it's a good show. Jazz kind of I mean, if we ever hang out over at your place, bro, I'm gonna type in my account and we can watch it.
Mhm. Yeah, so like barbecue was saying, I'm just gonna breeze through it. But yeah, Drake is one of my favorite artists of all time. But the album, it was definitely underwhelming, especially for Drake standards. The features, I'm not gonna say he was carried on all of them, but he definitely was. A lot of them, it just felt like that it wasn't Drake's song. It felt like that he was the feature instead of them themselves featuring on his album. Um, but one thing I heard, he said he's going to take a break from music after this. I think he kind of needs to. He's been dropping a lot of projects back to back to back. You know, sometimes as an artist, you just need to, you know, you got to take a break, live life. And that way you can think of new stuff to write, new things, new topics, learn and grow as a person and continue to develop as a person. My favorite song on the album though would be Bahamas Promises. A lot of my close friends would make fun of me, call me a pretty boy, lover boy, whatever. It kind of fits that vibe. Um, but yeah, overall, it definitely is underwhelming, especially as a Drake fan. But I wouldn't say it's just terrible though. Like if you're halfway into Drake or you like music, I mean, I would give it a listen.
I'm not the biggest Drake fan. I mean, he does. I don't listen to albums. That's number one. He had the best single, and if I do listen to albums, it's like older albums. The only rap album, the last rap album I listened to was an Eminem album. That was it. But I have heard stuff on this album. I mean, I haven't heard any songs, but I heard people talking about it, and they said the biggest one I saw was the J. Cole feature. He said, I, they said that J. Cole is out here ruining careers and stuff and all that type stuff. He's been an assassin on every song he's been on. There's people say he ruined Dirk when he did that All My Life song, which that was a great song. And they said the same thing about the song he did with Drake. So yeah, and I've heard, of course, what Phil said. A lot of it seemed like it was featuring Drake. I heard a lot of that too. I mean, was that I don't know if this was on I don't know if this was a single or on the album. Phil, you probably could tell me the one where he has a little like hair clips in his head or
Oh,
whatever.
you talking about 8 a.m. in Charlotte? Yeah, that's the best song on the album.
Yeah,
That's how
I
everyone
heard that song. That song was good. I heard that one.
Yeah, that's how everyone expected the album to sound. I think that's a lot of people's problem. They expected it to sound like that, where we didn't get that. Yeah.
And then the cover art. I wasn't a big fan of that cover art. It looked kind of demonic, so I was like, this gonna be like a demonic album or something. Because I'm not really into that type of stuff. But yeah, I might listen to it. I'm gonna probably play the game tonight, so I might listen to it.
I don't know. I feel like that may be the theme going on with music nowadays. Going on, like they kind of got this whole demonic theme going on. Some kind of I don't know demonic art. demonic symbolism. I'm just like, what is going on? Why am I starting to see this everywhere in everyone's music? Is it just me? I don't know.
No, nah, it's not. It's so his real. I know we were trying to keep it quick, but his son drew it, and I saw it on TikTok. TikTok teaches you more than a lot of my teachers did, except Miss Dean, of course. Love Miss Dean, but but yeah. So it was talking. It did a whole breakdown about what he was saying and how basically some stuff in the Bible. Like I don't want to get too into it, but yeah, I mean it has it seems to have a demonic meaning to it. So I don't know.
I'm gonna listen to it, since Phil listened to it. I gotta listen to it because Phil listened to it. That's the voice of reason. So I'll go listen to it. How many songs is on the album?
Is it? I don't know about heart. Let me see. Let's see. Let me look at the phone. Hold on. It's 23 songs, so it's pretty long. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty long.
Quick. That's quick. I've heard longer albums than that. That's kind of quick for me. Yeah. But yeah, I'll give it a listen. It's just that cover art kind of threw me. Yeah. Speaking of Drake and his son, oh my God, Barbecue like jumped down my throat for criticizing that little kid on his song. And like I was talking to my lovely assistant about it, and she said there have been other little kids his around his age who have done raps and sounded a whole lot better than that. Like, I just want to put this out there. That song sounded like he was forced to do it. He didn't seem into it at all. There was no excitement. It sounded thrown together like it hadn't even been nobody worked on it. It sounded like he made the song, like legit engineered the song. The song was awful. Like, oh my God. I tried to be nice when I first heard it, but I was like, no. He don't even have no passion in his voice. It's very dry. Like, no. But yeah, that's all I had to say about that.
It's like I can't think. I would have to actually be here.
Um,
When this came out.
think you guys are gonna be surprised at my pick, bro. I really think you guys. I'm probably gonna get backlash for it because of how I reacted to this show at first glance. But my favorite show of 2023 is Ahsoka, bro. Like after the first couple episodes, like at first it just was so slow. Like I know all this stuff. Oh, I'm not. It's like it was slow and they were talking about stuff I already know. Like I'm a Star Wars head. I already know all this stuff you're talking about already. There was nothing new that I didn't know about. Like, except that one guy that used to be a Jedi and went rogue from the Jedi Council. I didn't know about him. But yeah, like most of that I already knew about. But the show is great. It's great. It finishes off pretty great. But yeah, I was gonna say Loki, but Loki has only did 3 episodes, so I don't want to say I'm not gonna speak on that prematurely because I just watched the third episode. It was pretty good. Even though Miss Dean gets upset a lot because I hate on Jonathan Majors all the time. I told her even Jonathan Major was good in Loki. But yeah, it was yeah. But I'm gonna wait on before I say Loki is one of my favorites of 2023's. But I'm gonna go with Ahsoka.
Yeah, so for me, when I saw this, I was like, dang, like I don't even really sit down and watch a show like that anymore. So let alone a show in 2023. Until I thought about it, it was this one show I was watching on HBO Max. It came out this year. It got canceled, but I actually really, really loved it. And it's called Gotham Knights. So once again, superhero geek. Just a quick backstory: Batman dies, and at the scene of the crime is Joker's
Whoa.
daughter. His,
Yeah, I didn't think
yeah,
about I didn't know they canceled it. I
lit,
liked it.
yeah, like Joker's daughter, a couple other criminals, his adopted son. But anyways, they're at the scene of the crime, and they get put they get the blame for it. But really, who did it was this secret society or cult called the Court of Owls. So the crew that got framed, that basically the whole show they're just trying to take down the court and clear their names, and they go through all of that. But that's definitely my favorite show from this year. And like it may not be the best, but it was my favorite, and because it got canceled, I just want to show it a little love.
All right. So I literally had to look up a show because I don't really watch TV like that. Um, so this show it actually came out last year. I do believe that they came out with the second season this year. Um, and this is an anime, and the anime that I'm referring to is Blue Lock. I don't know if y'all have heard of that, but it's a soccer anime. Um, I don't know. I was like, I'm really into sports anime for some reason, but when it comes to like sports in real life, can't do it. Fall asleep. Not interested. But it's like yeah. So Blue Lock is essentially about these people who it's like they play soccer, specifically in Japan, and I guess like the people in Japan is like their soccer is known to be the weakest because I guess like they're all about camaraderie, like fighting together as one. Whereas Blue Lock, it essentially separates, I guess like it pretty much destroys that ideology. It's like they have it to where the people who are playing soccer, they're playing for themselves. It's like you are playing soccer to be the star, to stand out. It's like how you would essentially have like maybe one or two strikers on a team. It's like yeah, not with this show. This show teaches everyone to be a striker. And it's like if you're not playing to score, then you're not winning. positions, all of those things, that's irrelevant. It's like you start off as a striker, you be the best striker, you beat everyone else, even the people on your team. Um, so it's really interesting because it's like, as the I guess like as the main character develops and the other characters develop as well, it's like they find like their own form of soccer by everyone trying to be, the best striker. Essentially, like whoever is considered the best striker, the team focuses or centers or plays around that one person. Or that person essentially like, dictates how the team plays. It's really interesting. I would highly recommend like, looking at it.
And what'd you say it was called again?
It's called Blue Lock.
Okay, cool.
So
Okay.
right. I appreciate it. Like, thank you for having me. I was like, it was fun. It's like, yeah, just let me know. Yep.